Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. So, just wanted to give you some sales tips, being that I have had my share of just sales jobs. I can tell you that yes, it is tough. It is not easy to do sales, but we do it, right? We have to sell, let's say, a book, or we have to sell ourselves on camera, or we have to sell someone on an idea, or maybe we have to sell a spouse on why it's important to spend some money or why it's important to save some money. But there is some degree of sales that goes on. And for some of us, though, some of the toughest sales, we just didn't do so well. Simply because we didn't want to manipulate some people into buying something that we didn't believe in, okay? And the key with sales is you have to believe in what you are selling. And if you don't believe in it, and you don't believe in a company, and you don't believe in the tactics, the systems, and the processes that these companies come up with, guess what? You're not going to do well in sales. But for some of you all, I know that when you're reaching out and you are just trying to make something happen with your products and your services, you want to know, okay, well, are you going to be able to help me with some of the sales? I used to offer services when it came down to the phone, but in another audio, I did mention that I'm not doing that any longer with customer service and sales. But what I am doing is helping out with sales copy. And I'm also helping out with storytelling these days, telling a story to pull on the heartstrings of some individuals so that they will feel so moved as to do whatever it is that needs to be done, whether it's to buy the product, the service, or what have you. So I'm on the back end, I'm behind the camera, that sort of thing. So one of the things, though, when it comes to sales is that we need to make sure that we are creating a headline, a title, an image that is going to create some type of curiosity, that is going to be bold. It's going to fulfill a promise. It may be an outrageous claim, which I'm not in strong support of, because if it's going to be an outrageous claim, it better deliver. Because if it doesn't deliver, being that I've been on the customer service side of things, people will cuss, fuss, and they will threaten to sue. Okay. We also want this to ask that question that is, okay, what is this going to do for me? Why should I even buy it? Okay. So over the years, some of the products and services that I have personally sold, I can tell you that they were useful services, useful products. It was some of the types of products and services that, oh yes, I could use this. I really could use this. Not stuff that, glamour, really can't use it. When I did sell those sorts of things, going even further back, like around my teens and 20s, people just felt sorry for you. The reason why they purchased, it wasn't that they needed it. Matter of fact, they even said, I really don't need this. And I did my share of door-to-door sales when I was even younger than that. And back in those days, you could just get all dolled up and cute, and people would go, oh, you're so cute. Let's just buy something from this little doll baby. Okay. Then we get older and they're just like, you got to do more than just little cute, sweetie. And then after a while, that cracks too. So the other thing, though, that is very near and dear to me is telling that story. Okay, telling about that painful experience, telling about that problem. I've done that sort of thing, but I didn't do it because I wanted to sell anybody anything. I did it because I wanted to persuade them to not be in their abusive, toxic, messy relationships. So I told a story. And if the story resonated with them, they did something about it. They got motivated and they got gone. They got up out of that situation. something that you don't know about me is that I have spoken openly over the years. Some people already know this, others don't, but I've spoken openly about domestic violence and what I had dealt with in my early 20s, dealing with someone who was very, very abusive. So when you have a story to tell, that story may very well open up the doors for other things to take place. And so, my question to some of you all is, what is your story? Okay, take the time out, pull a piece of paper and pen out, and write down what is the story that ties to the product, to the service, to the brand. Okay, and that is what we should be selling consistently across the board. Now, when it comes down to the pitch, right, this was something that was stressed quite a bit at every job that I had related to sales. It was always about, what's the solution? What are the benefits? What is something that this person can't live without, when we're talking about those benefits, right? So we're asking them questions so that we can tailor the pitch in such a way so that they will be more likely to go along with it. Okay. You're taking, a picture of that product. You might be the one wearing the product. You might be the one who is working on the product at the factory, just something where, oh, wow, that's good. There's one particular TikTok that these people are fabulous in terms of showing you what their product does. And not just one product, but they have a whole storyline associated with the product. So you're like, okay, let's see, what are they coming up with next? But what draws me isn't so much the products, it's the sound. It's the sound of using those products. Okay, now that is gold for someone. Put some sound to that product. We're sold on the movies because what is it? Infused sound. The walking across the floor, the music, the scary music that gets us hyped up so that we don't go to the bathroom when we really need to go to the bathroom. Okay. Of course, images, right? Those images, those beautiful images that we see that we wish that we were there. And in one video, I tell you about all of the timeless, popular types of art and things that can be used in movies to draw people. So do check out that video on this channel. Also, we need to have some evidence that this thing works, right? At the end of the day, the plain speaking gentleman who shows up, he's like, okay, you sold me. I like it. However, I'm not ready to give over my money. So then we haven't sold you yet. Well, you might be able to pull some dollars out of this wallet. So what more do we have to do? Give me proof. Give me proof that this works, okay? So you need to back up your claims. You need to give me some testimonials. You just need to give me something, okay? So there's the demonstration that I talked about with the one TikToker who's always demonstrating and has the sound, has a little storyline there, and there's millions and millions of views on that. The images are crystal clear too. That helps. Now, the offer, right? We're going to explain everything about each piece related to the product, or we're going to explain things related to the service. So that way, by the time it's all said and done, there's less questions and more, where do you want me to sign? Or let me see which credit card I want to use. Cha-ching. So there's the value that is being given. You know, this is something that is going to make your life so much easier, so much better. We have this feature, that feature. The competition, please, they don't even have that feature, because sometimes people bring up the competition, right? And of course, the close. Yes, the close. We're going to seal the deal. We're going to make sure that everything is good to go. All the questions are answered. We've given them everything that they need to know, plus some. All right. So here's all you need to do. I just need for you to sign right here. Oh, thank you so much. Here's all you need to do. Okay. Looks like we've got this all taken care of. Now we're going to give you a follow-up call just to make sure that everything is working to your liking. And if there's anything else that we can help you with, we sure will. So yes, sales. I absolutely have my moments where I love sales, and other times I don't like sales. But for those of you all, how do we take the traditional sales models, right? All of what we know about sales, and we make something happen with it via video or audio or any number of mediums that are out there? Well, we're going to just simply do everything that we would have done in person. We're just going to do it via video. We're not going to let it intimidate us. We're not going to be concerned about us looking so perfect, so proper, so great. Part of the reason why this time around on my channel I'm more laid back, more casual, is because I realized that over the years people have changed, and people don't like necessarily the stuffy look, right? The person who is talking like the salesperson, right? Who's reading from the script verbatim, who is really polished, like what some of us grew up with. I mean, we saw some polished professionals, you know, who some of those industries still require that, like the lawyer, you know, still you want to look a certain way, property management, as well as, you know, the car dealership. But there are a lot of industries that we just want to see you as close to how you are at home as possible. So if you can somehow sell people on your real self, that's not offensive, that's not controversial, you just might be able to get them to go along with some things. So sales, I mean, it hasn't changed much on the internet, other than we do have a lot of tools. I did mention this in an earlier audio, where CRM nowadays, the customer relations management software, there is those applications that you can purchase now that are AI controlled, where you can populate the program with the keyword phrases related to your business. And then when your customer service team gets on the phone and they say those keywords and the customer says those keywords, right away AI is going to type up something for you to go back and take a look at that call, and then use that call to help your sales team. You know, create more copy, create more scripts, all of that good stuff. So yes, AI is definitely infiltrating the sales. We already know that they're answering the calls. We already know that they're handling the chat. So why not listen out for what people want, so that they can be able to meet the needs of the people. So that is definitely something to look into. If you haven't already, check out the latest in AI sales tools. Well, I thank you for taking the time out to listen. Please do like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll have another video for you. Take care.